Did I talk about pulling Johnny Nitro's pants down? No. Okay. Hello everybody, you know me, my name is Eugene Nick Dinsmore, and we are here on Eugene Behind the Scenes, and let me tell you something big here. We are on the road. This is the mobile Lila Studios touring the world, and we've got our first video with the mobile Lila's tour right here. The kayfabe Lila Studios. Nobody knows where we are. It's kind of like a bat cave, and we're recording some good stuff today. But I'd like to talk about June 7th, 2004. Eugene was on Monday Night Raw from the Pepsi Arena in Albany, New York. And the big semi-main event was Eugene against Johnny Nitro. That's right, I said Johnny Nitro. Now, you've known him by a lot of names. He was Johnny Blaze. He was Johnny Spade. He's been Johnny Nitro. He's been John Morrison. I think he's been Johnny Mundo, Johnny TV, Johnny everything. But he's John Hennigan. Super, super, super cool guy. Came to OVW in Louisville, Kentucky after winning or tying the Tough Enough contest with Matt Capitelli. Matt Capitelli and John Hennigan came to Louisville, and Hennigan was a phenomenal athlete, an amateur wrestler, and all-around cool dude. So Eugene's story on Monday Night Raw that night started in the fourth segment when Eric Bischoff and Johnny Nitro was Bischoff's assistant, stooge, whatever you want to call him. They were in Bischoff's office there, and Coach comes in, and Coach plays the perfect a-hole, if you know what I mean. Just cocky coming in, thinking he's so cool. Hey, Coach is so good. And they got to laughing, and then Nitro kind of laughed a little bit too much, and that's was the quick setup where Bischoff, I think, got a little upset, got a little frustrated, got a little ruffled under the feathers with Johnny Nitro and said, you wrestle Eugene tonight, and if you lose, then you're out of here.
Johnny Nitro versus Eugene. You lose, you're fired.
If Nitro loses, then he's off of Raw. That was the stipulation. But the whole segment, the whole story was really a build between Eugene and the Coach leading into the Bad Blood PPV, which was the following Sunday. So this Monday Night Raw was a big build-up for Eugene's first pay-per-view match, one-on-one match against the Coach, who, the Coach is a great guy. I love the Coach, but as far as the locker room went, Coach probably had the least amount of pro wrestling experience, which wasn't a bad thing because he had probably the second or third most amount of heat of all the guys in the locker room. Good heat from the crowd. And it was a big build to Bad Blood. But first, it was Eugene against Johnny Nitro right there on Monday Night Raw, semi-main event spot. So Nitro comes out, and he came out to the WCW Monday Night Nitro theme, which I thought was super cool.
What is going to end? Maybe
and
his
from
career
Los
tonight.
Angeles, California, he is Eric Bischoff's apprentice, Johnny Nitro.
And the match was to feature Eugene. Unfortunately, Johnny Nitro was going to get sent back to Louisville, back to OVW for a little bit more polishing. So he was, of course, going to lose the match, but it was a fun match. It was an exciting match. I got to do the Junkyard Dog on all fours, giving the headbutts. I got to do Handsome Jimmy Valiant would do it too, where he would do some pee on somebody's face, and that always got a good crowd reaction. I had Nitro seated on his butt on the mat, and I put a double leg scissor around him, and I rolled him all around the ring, a big comedy spot, and the fans started laughing, and I rolled him the other way, and I slammed him down, and I pinned him, and it was more of a move that I'd seen. Actually, the not older, but the back in the day, the female wrestlers would use the body scissors, and they would pick him up and slam him down and roll him around the ring. Tajiri has used it before also. It's just a comedy spot that I don't see most guys use, but if you do it right, the guy giving it myself, we can stay in the middle of the ring, and I can have my leg scissors around the guy's waist and just all the way around the ring, just circle, 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 and it gets you dizzy. It gets the guy in it dizzy, it gets me dizzy, but the crowd seemed to like it. And another move that I pulled out was the airplane spin. That was Gorilla Monsoon's big move, picking him up on my shoulders and spin him and spin him and spin him and spin him. And then, of course, that would always get me dizzy. And literally, I would stumble and fall into the ropes every time. But I would always try to do it enough to make sure the other guy got dizzy as well, just as a little rib in the ring. And I finished it off with a Macho Man. I couldn't do the flying elbow. That one's a little too much. But the double axe handle off the top, ooh, yeah, I got that one in. Yeah, boom. Johnny Nitro, 1, 2, 3. And then the Coach was out there. He was at the commentary booth. And I can't put over JR, good old Jim Ross, and the King enough. They really helped build Eugene without a doubt. King made fun of Eugene, but it wasn't in a way that really hurt him. It was just kind of a funny way because King's hilarious. And JR made it like, I don't know, cool or acceptable to have an emotional connection with Eugene. I mean, JR made it like, this young boy is trying his hardest. He's making his dream come true, and we should get behind him. And I think people really did. And they really felt for Eugene because of JR. And in this match, it was exactly the same. They loved the comedy. Eugene fired up, win the match. Oh my gosh, he's going into Bad Blood. King and JR set up that match between Eugene and Coach at Bad Blood perfectly. And at the end of the segment, I jumped off the top of the stage right onto double axe handle on the Coach and knocked him down right in front of the, and it was the worst honky don't boom 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 like that. It was, oh my gosh, Coach is so funny. But he fell down right there in front of the commentator's booth. And the match was set. It was going to be Eugene and the Coach coming up, and Bad Blood just mere days away. What's going to happen? What you going to do when Eugene comes Bad Blood to you? So in the weeks surrounding, building up to the actual match with Johnny Nitro, a lot of us were riding with Johnny Nitro because I believe the office was buying him a car or renting him a car, so everybody would jump in so we wouldn't have to rent our own, of course. But and I remember we parked into a building, we pulled into a building, and the fence where all the fans were was maybe, I don't know, 100 yards off, and they're all lined up with fans. Eugene, Johnny Nitro, Eugene. And I said, Nitro, wave to your fans. And of course, we just came from the gym, so we were wearing workout clothes, and Nitro had on some athletic shorts, and he's waving at the crowd. So of course, Eugene has to come from behind and pull his pants down all the way to his ankle, and he's standing there in his underwear, and I sprint back inside, laughing my head off. Nitro's pulling his pants up, trying to get inside. Those were just some of the things that I found funny. Some guys didn't find them funny. I did it to Funaki one time, and he told me that he hated me, but I like Funaki too. But leading up to the match between Johnny Nitro and Eugene, we traveled together, we went to the gym together, we ate breakfast together, and I felt like we had great chemistry in the match. I think that was one of the only times I wrestled Nitro. I believe so. But it was a good match, and we did everything we were supposed to do. We hit our time cue, and led into the great pay-per-view match. If you like this video and you want to see more content from Eugene behind the scenes, click on one of these videos. They are awesome.